This might be one of the best spots I've ever discovered. Look at this. Hello guys, welcome back to Geordie in the Wild, and today we're in Scotland and just look at this. We've got a completely private beach here. There's just one building here in the background, another one just over here, and I'm going to camp here for the night and I'm going to fish off these rocks, see what we can get, and if we do catch something, cook it up on the fire. I think this could be a good spot to put the tent, or maybe over here, and then if I have a little fire I can have it on the rocks there. You can see this is the line of the seaweed where the tide has been washing it up, so as long as we're above that line we should be spot on really. Okay, so our beach is just through the trees here, little left turn down the coastal path there. I've managed to park here so I'm not blocking the road. There is a gate there to a very old property, but there's a steel cable on the gate posts here, so I'm guessing it's not in use. But I've left a note on the windscreen to say if the car does need moved, just to please come down there and give me a shout. So let's start getting some fishing gear down there. Right, so we'll start by getting the fishing rod set up. Okay, so we've got the surf casting rod set up here. We've got a float on the top to keep that bait up off the sea floor, which stops the crabs getting at it. Flasher rig, a little weight to hold it down, and then a couple of bits of bait on there. So let's see how we do. Oh, cheers. Oh wow, that was icy cold. Oh. Hey man, look at that. Just look at that. It took us 3 hours to get here from Newcastle, and it was literally worth every single minute. That is just stunning. Oh yeah. Nearly stayed in this weekend, and then I thought, no, I'm gonna go camping. So I jumped in the car and drove 3 hours to the west coast of Scotland. What's going on with your hair? Look at that. I love doing this sort of shit. It's absolutely brilliant. Thought I just heard the rod go off there. This spot is pretty ideal actually. I think I'm going to camp just up here. Tide line is just in front of it, obviously, where that seaweed is, and it's quite secluded because the coastal path comes down this bank and then away and along up there, which means I shouldn't really get much foot traffic coming past where I'm going to camp tonight. Still waiting on the rod going off, and there's the tripod where obviously I film everything from, just for you guys. Aren't you lucky? Right, well I've had that bait out there on that rod for 45 minutes, an hour, and I haven't had a sniff. So give it another 10 minutes and then I might change things up and just start sending some lures out and see if that attracts anything. But the tide is dropping really quick, so the fish are probably not even around here. They like to come in after the small live baits after, well, once the tide's coming in. Right, well, the fishing's been a bit of a bust. I think it's the outgoing tide. Like I said earlier, they like to chase the bait fish in when they're coming in, but to be honest, I haven't known enough about fishing. But you've got to try your luck. Anyway, I'm going to start getting camp set up, and then later, when the tide's at its lowest, I might as well come down and have a pop. So I might get the GoPro on my chest, head torch on, and just come right down to the water's edge and start sticking some lures out and see if we get anything. But we'll see what happens. But that sun's starting to drop, so I think I'll start getting camp set up. There's quite a few people just over there on the beach as well. But I'm in Scotland, so I've got the right to roam, which is why I'm here. Right, that's the tent pretty much set up for the night. Let's do it. So I've decided to not camp there because the ground was really uneven. I found a little spot just here. It's a little uneven, but I think if I sleep diagonally, I'll be all right. Not a bad spot. All right, let's have a quick look inside of here. Quite spacious. I might even take the rain cover off if the sky stays clear, because the stars should be incredible up here. But let's see. I'm going to use this little rock face as a fire pit. So if it gets cold tonight, them rocks will deflect the heat back towards me, which would be pretty nice. Oh, we've got a guy fishing down there. Wonder if you'll have any more luck than I did. And then if we step up here, fire pit, little seating area, and there's home for tonight. And this is what we're looking at. I'm hoping for a few more clouds later on, so we get a good golden hour, but we'll see what happens. Boom. Beautiful. Look at how calm this water is. It's like a pond. Well, we could have a massive spanner in the works here. Oh, I've just spoke to a guy on the little track there because I was at the car trying to get me stuff ready for bed tonight. And he basically said that he works for the nearby caravan campsite, and the same guys own all of the land around the beach, and apparently you're not allowed to camp. And I'm already set up. He said basically you can risk it, but if he does come by, he'll probably ask you to move on. So that might end up being the case. I mean, it is what it is. You know, if I'm not allowed, I'm not allowed, but I'm obviously a bit gutted because I'm fully set up pretty much. I was just about to have a little fire, make some food. So I think I'm just going to sit here, watch the sun go down, and if somebody does come and move me on, I'll have to leave. So yeah, I'm not going to light a fire for now. I'll just sit and wait and see what happens. Damn it. That's the sun there just dropping behind the horizon. And like I say, I'm just going to have to sit and wait and see if I get moved on. God knows where I'm going to go. There's a huge heron down there. Is that a heron? I think so. Having a paddle. Well, it's been about an hour since I got that heartbreaking news, but nobody's came down yet. I don't want to leave that view for obvious reasons. I don't know what to do. I'm 50-50 at the minute. I'm just like, do I just cook some food and try and stay, and if I get moved on in the night I get moved on, or you know, if I don't get moved on, then I stay, I pack up early, and I go and I leave no trace, which is what I do every time. But I'm getting pretty hungry. I've had a little box of baby cucumbers and half a bag of salt and vinegar crisps, so I'm a bit hungry. Anyway, keep you updated. Well, we've got a little fire going. Hopefully we can get some chicken cooked. Well, as you can see, the fire's going. So I'm just waiting for it to burn down a bit, get some cooking coals going, and then I'll get the chicken on. View's still cracking. The stars are hopefully going to be absolutely mesmerising. I'm going to take some, can't think of the word. Long exposures. So I'll put them in the video at the end. Or I'll drop them in now actually. Here we go. Peace, absolute peace. And it better stay that way, because if somebody comes down and says I can't be here, I'll probably just pack up and leave. That's what I'll have to do. Well, there's a family down the beach over there. I wonder if they're coming out stargazing. Stars still haven't switched on yet, but give it time. Still not fully dark. You can see a few. Cracking fire, just saying. Okay, we're almost down to cooking coals. I can see some decent ones in the centre there, but I'm going to give it another 10 minutes to be honest, before I drag them out, and I'll put the grill straight over the top of there. Sliced up a little bit of halloumi as well, so it's chicken and halloumi. I feel like I can hear fireworks in the distance. Do you hear that? There we go. Can't say anything though. Right, small change of plan. I'm gonna basically take these big bits off the fire. Move the fire slightly, and then we'll cook on the centre there, because them coals are pretty good. Keep the fire going here. Right, and we'll get the grill on. And then on goes the chicken. Add in there. I don't think them coals are perfect, but we're sizzling, so we are cooking. Keep the fire at the right, you don't want your chicken in the flames, it'll just burn. Definitely overdone a little bit of that halloumi, it is probably a bit too hot, the fire, but I will run on borrowed time here. That chicken smells amazing. Oh, can't wait to tuck into that. Okay, that halloumi looks done. The trick with halloumi is eat it fast, otherwise it goes like absolute rubber. Oh, that's really hot. Let's have a go. Look at this. Golden brown. Oh, that's perfect. Oh yeah. It's so juicy as well. Oh. Getting smoked out. Why whenever you're sitting near a campfire, even if you swap places 10 times, the smoke is still in your face? Still got a bit of light left as well. That chicken is looking well on its way. A few more minutes, I think that'll be done. Stick a knife through her, see if she's cooked. And then we'll dive in. Okay, I'd say that smaller one's probably done. Let's get into it. I'm gonna cut with one hand here because I've got the phone in the other hand. Oh, lost a bit. It's alright. Oh, look at that. That looks good to me. Pretty good, even if I say so myself. Piping hot chicken covered in garlic. A little bit of mayonnaise. Oh, it's so nice. Right, I'm gonna get the fire stoked again. Finish this chicken and then think about getting into bed. Still haven't heard anything from anybody yet. So fingers crossed we get through the night and there's no mishaps, but we'll see. Right, see you in a bit. Got the fire pumping out some serious heat. I've just finished off that chicken and still waiting on the stars because there's still a little bit of light. Oh, there's. Oh, actually, you can see a few there. Oh, wow. Don't know if you'll be able to see this on the camera, but there is a satellite. Yes, you can see it. There. Blazing through the sky. You know it's a satellite because it's not blinking. So far so good. I've had the chicken, I've had the halloumi. The stars are out in force now. So I'm going to let the fire die down pretty much to nothing. And I'm going to take plenty of pictures. Get some long exposure shots. I've already took a few. I can't really see the Milky Way anywhere, but we'll see if I can find it later. And I'll share all the photos somewhere towards the end of the video. But I'm just going to chill by the fire for now. And then think about heading to bed. So I'll see you in a bit. Cheers. Ooh, she's nearly out. It's quite mesmerising in itself. Who needs the stars when you've got that? I cannot speak. Guys, I'm absolutely shaking. Apparently there's a meteor shower tonight and I've just been standing having a little bit of a wee in the bush. And I was just glancing up at the sky and I just saw this absolute rocket of a light appear out of nowhere, and it just screamed across the sky for about probably 1 second. But it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I've seen shooting stars, but that wasn't a shooting star, that was a meteor. That was absolutely incredible. I'm gonna end up sitting here all night. Oh my god. Well, it's 4:25 in the morning. That's the moon above my head. There's a little bit of light on the horizon there. The tide is about 3/4 of the way back in. You probably won't see it, but I can hear it sloshing around the rocks. And I think it was coming into my dreams, to be honest, and I dreamt the tent was flooding. So that's woke us up and I've had to get up and go for a quick wee anyway, so. Oh, it's 5:30 in the morning. I've been up for an hour and I've packed the tent up, packed the car pretty much, except my chair. Got a fishing rod and stuff. Tider's punching right the way back in, pretty much. Just to about there. That's all it's got left. So there was a bit of a sandbar out here, so I might throw my rod out there as far as I can get it and sit for an hour, see if I can catch something. And there's the sun coming up. So I fished for about an hour this morning, but I haven't had a sniff again. There just doesn't seem to be any fish in this bait, or maybe they just don't like the bait I'm using. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up and head off and get some breakfast, so I'll see you on the next one. Why? Camp for 2 nights. Well, I've had that fish. Speak English. It's not that hard. The gut on that. Need to get rid of that, Steve. Get some breakfast, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Take care.